What's up, people? We're back with a Fireside developer stream. New time, Saturday afternoon instead of Thursday morning. We started these streams, I just gotta adjust my mic level a bit. We started these streams because of the pandemic. And yeah, I'll just put off my headphones because wearing headphones all the time is kind of strenuous. And yeah, we started these streams in the pandemic to, just have sort of some structure in our week and to have everyone else co-work with us, and it's sort of been established now as this weekly Fireside co-working session. However, now that we're back to our office, and also, there's a bunch of stuff just happening during the week. It's hard to stream uninterrupted at that time. So, now the new co-working stream date will be on Saturday afternoon, and I hope everyone is having a great day, a great Saturday, and let's get to work on Fireside. That's basically it. Last time we didn't really manage to get a whole lot done due to me getting interrupted several times. Hey Marius, what's up? And today let's hope it goes a bit better. Actually, right now I'm sort of I finished an important step for our game, which is let me just load this, which is our happening graph. So this is basically how we are designing quests, implementing quests for Fireside, and we don't only have quests. What? This is Thursday morning in the corner. That's bait, because I can swear can I? Whatever. I guess it's Thursday then. Why not? It doesn't matter anyway, right? Pandemic stuff, weeks don't happen. It's a blob. But we've now implemented this for events, aka happenings. It's also interesting learning. You need to have happenings and events. You need to sort of distinguish because happenings are sort of these events which happen on the map. Wait, let me show you. We need the overworld. No, not the overworld. Oh, this is redacted. The map. We need the map. And you can sort of... So you go on a journey, right? You click here, and then an event happens. And this is the event which is set here, basically. So see, you come in here. Here's the entry node. Come in here. Title is Deja Vu. You dare challenge me? And then you can say yes, no, or I've come to bargain. And either you go to this node here if you say yes and no, or you go to, if you say I come to bargain, you say it's a trap, and you go back to the beginning. So I've come to bargain. It's a trap. Oh no. You're stuck in a time loop. And if you say yes, it's cool, and you can continue your journey. And we've managed to basically integrate this with our entire quest graph. So what I could also say is then at the end here, let's give the player an item. So give item node, flow input here, the character. We need to add a character and add the player here, player data. Add it into our graph and say the receiver will be the player, and then we can also add an item. Item. Oops, no, that's not the thing I wanted to do. Add an item here and say we want to give the player an apple, whatever. Plug that in here. Save data. Now once we say okay, we should be getting an item. So open the inventory. There's 2 useless items in here right now. There's some weird behavior happening already. And now once we go here and hit cool, we should be getting an apple. Yeah, it's a great tool. Like CP did a very good job in designing that. But null reference exceptions. Great. And that's why we're here today, to fix null reference exceptions. Wow. Yeah, it's important, you know, because Fireside is a lot about text, and we need a good tool to implement our text. Oh, HTML logger. That's fine. I think that's just because we don't have a logger on the game manager. Yeah. Okay. Try again. Still getting null reference exceptions. Dialog UI controller. Uh-oh. What the heck? Yeah, so this definitely also needs to check which scene we are in, I think. Oh god. Okay, so the thing is, our dialogue system was originally designed to work in the campfire scene. Like, let's just save this in here, right? We're in the campfire scene, and originally our UI was designed to work in here, which it doesn't. Uh-oh, what the heck is happening? I'm so confused right now. The reference behavior on this script is missing. Background, what the heck? This ain't good. Something broke. Something definitely got broken. Let's try and restart Unity, shall we? Please be gone. Uh-oh, nope. This is really, this isn't good at all. For some reason, some scripts went missing. But where and why? Can I just revert my entire commit and see if it's here again? No. Oh, now it's here again. Okay. Okay. Well, there's still some. Okay, that's really weird. The only thing I did is add a HTML logger to the game manager. That's probably why Unity got confused, because we should rather apply this here, right? Stay here, please. That would be great. Okay. Okay, because I want to open the trade window and trade some stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's good now. So now let's just check in the map view. The game manager should have an HTML logger here now too. Okay. Load data. I'm Bob the Builder. What is it got the Bob the Builder? Can we fix it or something like that, right? Wasn't that guy? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, we're getting a null reference exception here. That's okay. This should be the same one we got earlier. Yep. Okay. But hopefully we don't get any missing scripts in the campsite view anymore. Yeah, okay, great. See, the problem is sometimes if you apply a script to a prefab and that was already added in another scene, I think Unity somehow gets confused because there's like two GUIDs of the same prefab added to the instance, to the entity, and then yeah, for some reason it lost all of the other references, but now it's working. Gotta do things in the correct order in Unity. So fixed. I'm just gonna check. Okay, so now to fix the actual bug, which is exposed buffer map reference. That's okay. So this. And the issue is that we tried to call... Yeah. We tried to call a dialog UI in what? Give item node player. Oh. Yeah. This is sort of our logging tool. Why exactly? Why is this a null reference exception? I mean, this could be a lot of things here, right? This could be... So it can't be the receiver, it can't be the item amount, it can't be the name. Nah, it really has to be this. So my first guess would be that in the campsite screen there's some part of the UI which didn't get... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the issue here. There's an extra canvas in the screen and the protocol is in here. Exactly. So this definitely should be part of the just regular UI. We need to have the UI on one object. and then activate and deactivate it. Otherwise, yeah, we just get issues like this where we can't. I mean, it makes sense, like, yeah, it makes sense to do it like this because this part of the UI sort of is exclusive to the campfire scene, so it's intuitive to put it in the campfire scene. But since our systems are, yeah, since we're using the same system for the campfire scene and the UI scene, I think it's better to have. Actually, I want to test something. Can I do this? Create empty parent. Ah, wow, that's a ParkChamp moment right there. So this would be this. And now my only question is this dialog UI controller. What does this do? Clear dialog UI. That's fine. Do I get component? Yeah. Instantiate, okay. Dialog element holder. Okay, so this should definitely be assigned. Oof, I have no idea. How this actually works. I bet we're gonna get a bunch of like null reference exceptions now too. I actually didn't. Okay, so this sort of worked. So I would like to know. Wait, it's actually null? What the heck? What are you exactly? Okay. Let's just screenshot this real quick. Oh, this is actually in the UI. What the heck? This is in the UI. Okay. So probably it just doesn't get initialized, right? Why is it in here then too? I'm going to make a prefab. gonna then delete this and see if everything still works the same. No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, that's my bad. Just gonna get rid of this button for now, because we didn't do the connection anyways. No, can I please not have null reference exceptions anymore now? Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, this is fine, great. Then I can open my inventory and I can add something and I can confirm a trade and trades happen. Great, that's great. Three of those. I give you my hammers and my booze and more hammers. Let's trade. Great. Cool. Yeah, this works. So yeah, so now the issue is, why are we getting an exception in the map view? Yeah, clear dialog UI gets called on awake, and awake doesn't happen because we, well, never awake in this view. So this should not be. Is this public? Yes. What's this? The dialog UI controller. Basically what I need is our regular UI controller. Init. It's already referenced, great. What is the singleton? You can do this to ensure you always get an instance of a component you need, but this is bullshit. Need to call instantiate, right? Yeah, and for sure we also want to say this, I guess. Now this should technically, theoretically, maybe work. Let's see. At least that's what the code suggests to me. It doesn't work. Coroutine couldn't be started because the game object dialog protocol is inactive. Okay. That makes sense. We only want to actually show some debug when can, when the window is actually open. Yeah, almost. But now so we got these 3 items, and now we go here. We definitely got an apple. Okay, so we got an apple, but for some reason our graph, our node traverser doesn't exit. I don't really understand why. It's probably because of the node player. This can leave, we don't have that anymore. Bye. Hi, Babu, what's up? Yeah, so we are not overriding get next node. As you always are, always the web dev stuff. How's your startup going? Oh, right. I got it mixed up. I thought you were doing like sort of progressive web apps or something. But yeah. Okay. Just put this card over here. Okay, wow. So Upper Campus really isn't like, but it's still the mission to, enable like students to find their purpose in life. I guess it's still the mission. Or did you completely like switch gears? Okay. So base node player technically then should say get next node GUID, and we should get an index out of range exception because we do not have any output ports and not any node GUIDs, and thus we should return default, and thus we should leave our graph traversing, and thus we should continue walking along the path. Okay, yeah, that's a tried and tested business model. I mean, there's a bunch of, I think, quite famous like coding YouTubers, right, which have like which have similar startups. I think there's this one guy I sometimes watch, Clement Mihaliscu, some I can't pronounce his last name. He's like a former Google guy. He has like this startup where he can prepare for software interviews, but yours would sort of be more general for all sorts of jobs, I guess. What the heck, Unity, are you doing? Compile my scripts. Yeah, makes sense. Sounds interesting. I mean, I really thought that your business model, like with directly working with the schools, has a lot of promise if you can actually get your foot in the door. But I guess that's really hard, like because of all of the regulations and stuff. I would imagine. I don't know how it is in America, but yeah. Colleges. Okay. What the heck is going on here? We don't need this anymore. It's just today, the instant you start streaming, Unity is just like, let's not work anymore. Great. Yeah, I don't know. This never happened before. It's also a meme. Let's just try and stop debugging, and then hope we get a compile. Hey, failed to insert ein Item ungültiges Menühandle. What the fuck is this? Failed to add separator. Oh god. Let's see how many changes we have. Let's see if our game still works. Okay, our game still works, so then let's make a commit. And then let's, what the heck is this? Shader hardware tier 1, what the fuck? I should definitely not have an exception there. You're right. I will refactor it, but first I know. I want to know what's happening here. From 2015, okay. This is amazing. This is just Unity support at its best. Yeah. Hello, I have this problem. Cool, I have this problem too. I have this problem too. I have this problem too. I have this blah 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 blah. I have this problem too. Blah 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 blah. And then the guy, Carl Jones, the absolute Chad, comes along. Did anybody file a bug report? In a project with a lot of CS files, I think 5,000. We definitely do not have 5,000 CS files. I mean, yeah, it's true. Fixed in 2020.1.x. I don't think so, to be honest. By Fui, huh? Okay, let's just try again to attach this debugger. And now it works. Who would have thought? Great. Weird stuff, but okay. It was only a warning anyways, right? I mean, warnings are cool warnings. Although now we're taking forever again. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't have celebrated so early. What the heck? This is the same shit again. This time we didn't get any bugs. I'm just gonna restart and hope we get some decent behavior. But it would be really nice to actually be able to debug my game. Yeah, I'm afraid I will have to resort to that. But okay. Load, please. So can we please now play the game? That would be great. Toolbar mouse down. Okay, now we freeze earlier. That's great. What the heck? It's one long toolbar mouse down event. Yeah, I don't want to stop the stream, to be honest. But at this point, maybe I don't have any choice. Oh! It's just really slow. Oh! Okay, we're good now. Okay, what the heck? Sometimes you need to just wait. Be patient, and I guess it will sort itself out. Why the heck is it so slow? This is not a weak machine I'm on. This is a pretty powerful. It's a pretty powerful computer. Huh. Okay, so no, cool. So now we don't even get this. We don't even arrive here. That's interesting. We don't call this method. So we definitely know we're here because we had... Let's just please hope it's faster this time. You know, it sort of compiled and now it's working and now we can actually play our game. Oh, will be Unity? Huh? Yeah, Unity. Great. Okay, now it's fine. Great, cool. Okay, so we're here. Cool. Let's F11 this. Okay, blah blah blah. Yes, please log your stuff. This is 7 million Cinemachine calls later. Okay, I think I've got the issue. Yeah, some blend curve stuff we don't really care about. Okay, I know what's happening. For some reason we aren't exiting our giving item condition. Why? Wait while giving item. Okay, it's just not getting set to false for some reason. That explains why we don't... What are you using all of that HTML stuff for? I can show you in a second. Let me just quickly... What are we returning here? Narrator window. Okay. Yeah, for now let's just say giving item is false. And we just skip this. Hey Xaidi, what's up Diana? Cool that you're tuning in. Yeah, I'm gonna put one in after I see that it works. Hey, great, and we should have an apple now. Yes, we have. You know, this is the weirdest apple, but we do have an apple. Okay, cool. So... we should sort out item R. Yeah. You know, I'm actually also gonna make a task on our issue tracker. I'm that you know, clean with my documentation. Map screen or what's the other screen called? Fireplace. Okay, so we got this. I'm good now here. But there was another exception happening at the end there. I wanna see what that was. I think it was if we somehow interact with the inventory and yeah, if we click object reference not set to instance of an object trade UI controller 150. Because this trade UI doesn't check if it's in the correct scene. Yep. That's why you unsubscribe your events, kids. Undisable. That's great. Yeah, that's the advantage if you're in a position where you actually have money and can afford to pay someone for that stuff. But for now, I'm gonna have to do it myself. This is also quite a beauty, right? This is all doing subscribing events, but in 3 different systems. Game dev, yay. Alright, so on disable we unsubscribe, so now hopefully we don't get any null reference exceptions anymore when I click here. Still get null reference exceptions. What the fuck? What the heck, I mean? I'm still haven't decided yet if this is a PG stream or not. Probably it isn't because I've been swearing all the time. Why? Probably... Is this ever called if we disable the parent object, it should be called. Yeah, it's getting called. Okay. Just want to see here. Okay. Now we get an apple. Cool. All is great. And now, why do we get another reference exception? What's the call stack? Event system, execute event, inventory slot view, inventory slot view, trade UI controller 155. This is inventory slot clicked. But we unsubscribed, didn't we? Okay, I don't get it. Undisable, okay. So this should be unsubscribed here. Inventory slot view clicked should be unsubscribed. Why the heck does unenable get called after ondisable if the UI is disabled? Unity, please don't be. Ay, ay, ay. That's not the correct. Yeah, wait. No, let's look at the call stack. I'm very confused why. Okay, so from where is this getting called? Game object close trade UI. Yeah, obviously. It's really dumb. Why this way around? This way around. Oh. Okay. This. And this. This is the way we want to do it. Okay, now we didn't add any listeners anymore. So now, no, cool. Got ourselves an apple, and now if I click it, hey, no null reference exceptions anymore. Great, that's great. So, and now if we go to the other scene, production scene, campsite. Compile for 75 years. Okay. Now we open this, now we add our listeners, great. Now we should be able to add this here. Okay, cool, we can confirm our trade. And we then remove the listeners, okay. Oh yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. And then we enable the listeners again once this is exactly what we want. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Continue, please. Okay. And then I should inform my teammate that I just was ninja editing his code. Okay, cool. So we successfully debugged that. So now we have a give item node, which is actually working in the map screen, which is nice. So the other node I need to test was the change status value node. Value setter node. So let's see if this one also throws exceptions. I'm kind of pessimistic that it will. No, it didn't actually. Cool. Now the only question is, did it change our status value? We don't know. Because we aren't debugging it correctly. Let's just have this debug the player. I think I wrote yeah, I think I wrote a custom inspector for that at some point. So okay, no, it's not working. No ref on enable. Oh. Start then? Nah, because the model isn't initialized. It's also not that easy, huh? Is this still getting called anywhere? Yeah, it is. This also. So some legacy code. We really need to nuke that at some point. It's also an issue. Our screen initializers don't really, like, it's hard to sort of interface with them without them telling you. Which in some ways makes sense because, well, we want to have a strict hierarchy, but I do think I want an event in there. Let's just do that really quickly. Loading. Screen initializers. This one here. Abstract class. can't have a virtual method in the abstract class, okay. Something like this. And then in our game manager, whenever we finish loading, something like this. Oh, the question is, you know, definitely this is correct. Because we want to have the scene loaded happening before we actually do the visible enter behavior, I think. So yeah, so now we should be able to say in the map character controller on enable loader scene loader, no, screen initializer, scene loaded, please subscribe to this, unsubscribe when we finish, and then we should be able to say down here players model current player if object is map screen initializer. So if we load a screen which is the map screen, then we want to query the model for the player and set that to our screen, to our like moving object, so we can sort of, yeah, so we can debug it. Let's hope we got it. Okay, yeah, no, still no. Cool. Okay, that's working, but we're not debugging it correctly. And I think that's because our editor, traveler inspector, yeah, is a custom editor for the traveler with data. Traveler property, this should, custom property jar, this should be exactly what we want. It's still null? Like the only, let's just get rid of that. Maybe this actually doesn't work with the abstract class. I think, yeah, I think that may have been the issue. Okay, this definitely is not null now. So now we should be seeing in our scene in our test character, we should be seeing some data here, but we aren't. That ain't good. Why are we not seeing the data? Traveler property. Oh, so we're definitely here. That's good. Test character. Get field property type path field is null. Why? Property path. Property path player. The correct property path. Why is it null? I mean, yeah, if it's null, then obviously we skip this and we do not draw the text area. But why is it null? No idea what this is doing. Display name player. Gonna have to Google that. Because it was working for sure with other objects, I don't get why it's not working here. Because players clearly was not null, so we definitely have values in there. But for some reason, get field is returning null. Don't think this is my question. No. I want to go till like 6 p.m. About 4 hours. Yeah, cool. Yeah, see you later. See you later, Babu. Cool that you popped in, and that's great that you like the atmosphere. That's exactly the goal of this stream. But I don't have multiple members deep field. System reflections, binding flags. Let's see if this works. We gotta tell him that it's a private property. Nope. Great. Thank you, documentation. That's a field. Right. Can I please not have the translation? Representing the public field with the specified name. Name is case sensitive. Search includes public and static instance fields. Binding flags public, binding flags instance. Okay, we need both of these and we need it to lowercase. Okay. So in the property I want to say get field like this, and then I also want to say property path to lower. Like so. And this should be, I need to use reflection. Like this. Should be according to this now. Let's see. All I want to do is serialize my stuff. Hey! Turns out if you do it like documentation tells you to, then it works. Great. So now if I hit no here in cool, then we should get 1 health. Great. Cool. Cool. So now our value setter node was working the whole time. But our value setter node is working as well. So now I could, you know, plug in another one back here. Copy, paste. And say, okay, afterwards, you know, the character loses like 0.2 HP again. 0.2. We subtract. Save data. And we should end up with 0.2 HP. Let's see. Click here, we have 0 HP at the moment. We get the event, we hit no, we click here and we end up with 0.2 HP. So and now we could do cool things like we can say, okay, you dare challenge me, yes, no, and then we could say, we could do some more complex behavior such as add a value setter node here, value setter node, and if you do challenge him, yes, then we say the player's HP gets reduced or gets, yeah. Oh, I guess we can't really reduce it because we start with 0 HP. Actually, we can. I just need to set it. Player data, where are you at? Default HP is 1, default hydration is 1, default satedness is 1. and we say we subtract 0.3 HP and then we say goodbye. And we don't get an item anymore because this is not what this quest is about. We say save, great. And now, this is sort of like a scripting system now already. It's really cool. So now when we say test character, okay, we've got all of our default values set here. So we start our journey. Our journey is running. We get an event. We can say I've come to bargain, and we won't get contest. Now we can have a decision. You dare challenge me, yes or no? If we do challenge him, we should have lost some HP, which we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. We lost 0.7 HP. Great. Now we go again. We get the same quest because, well, right now we only have one quest. We do not challenge him, and we should stay at 0.7 HP. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, this is working. Great. You dare challenge me? Yes, I shall challenge you. Yes, challenge? Okay, goodbye. And I should have lost some HP, which I didn't. That's not good. Why didn't I lose any HP? Did I misclick? Dare challenge me? Yes. No. Okay, that's interesting. So... probably because these aren't multi-use yet? No. I really don't think so. Okay, this is now quite weird. I want to just check the node player. Yes. Execute multiple on traversal as false. This needs to be true. Because, yeah, we definitely want to have, we want to be able to loop, sort of make the designer explicitly say when we don't want to be looping values. I think I did that because I actually don't know why I did that. Okay, so let's see again. So current HP is 1. Yes, I challenge you. Cool. I lost some HP. Next journey. Yes, I challenge you again. Okay, goodbye. Cool. I lost some more HP. Great. And now we could even say this would be the next test. Some loading data. We could put a condition node here. Condition node here. Put the flow input here. And say HP. Condition 1, HP is greater than 0.5, okay. Then, or let's say it's less than 0.5. If it's not true, then we go here. And if it is, then we say we create a new happening node. And we say, ouch, this is starting to hurt. And we say, okay. And then the only thing we need is we need to connect the character to the HP. So we actually check the character's HP. Save the data. Let's see if this works. So you dare challenge me? Could do that. Well, you dare challenge me? And yes, then I can say, yes, I do dare challenge you. Okay, goodbye. And I lost some HP. And then second time, challenge him again, or her. Challenge me. Ouch, this is starting to hurt. Great. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. yeah, this is working. Our very own sort of visual scripting system for happenings is now working. And we tested loops, we tested value setter nodes, we tested condition nodes. That's pretty much all we need to do. And we tested give item nodes as well. So yeah, now the next, step could be we could check, do we have a sword in our inventory? And if so, well, we don't lose any HP or something. Great. So I'm going to actually make a commit and say happenings working. Gonna push this. Very cool. And I think it's time for me to take a short break. And I will be right back, and then we can continue with some Fireside development. But it's great that the first half of the stream was quite successful. We fixed a bunch of bugs, and now our happening node stuff is working. Very nice. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Short break, and now back into Fireside development. We've implemented the first, basically, quest. And the thing is now, we can do multiples of these, right? We can say test happening 1, and game config, we assign this test happening 1. But, yeah, very cool. Test happening 1. We can do another one of those. And let me just delete this one here. And we can add another happening, and then we should get like just a random selection of those happenings for now. So let's just test that by by creating a new graph save container. So save as new. And then just move this to the happenings test, test happening 1 and test happening 2, and assign this graph save container here. And for the second happening, I'm just gonna do something very simple. I'm gonna delete all of this and just add a happening node and say nothing happens. Okay. So now we have these two happenings here. Test happening 1, test happening 2. We can assign both of them in the game config. Like so. And yeah, that should be it. Now we should be getting, like in random selections, either this one here, where we can challenge the guy, or we should get the other happening. Okay, obviously, since it's random, there's a 50% chance every time. 3 times in a row. I'm getting a bit suspect that our selection process isn't working. Gonna try 2 more times, and if not, I will definitely start the debugging. Last try. Okay. Something isn't working. So they're both getting checked. Maybe this multi-use was the issue. So then that way, if we didn't get in the first time, then it couldn't get selected the second time. But it seems to me that that's not quite true. Huh. Maybe I just didn't implement that yet. Yeah, this is the issue here. We are ordering by priority, and that's fine. But we still need to we still need to do a random selection if the priority is equal. So we will want to say candidates remove all. Want to remove all of the candidates. Yeah. Where the priority is not equal to the prio. And then want to say we have like a random. Like this. So however many candidates there are, we just select a random one. So this time nothing happened. Great. Let's see next time. Nothing happens. We should be getting the other thingy-majig at some point, unless they have different priorities, which I sort of now think they do. No, they don't. Great. It was just we randomly picked the same one 4 times. Probabilities in debugging. It is, yeah. So yeah, yeah. Yep, this is working. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okie dokie. So what's the next? What's the next thing we can do? I think this is now really working as intended for now. I think this is good for our first test. If any one of you people are watching, our first test will happen in the mid-June. Mid-June is when our first test will happen, and until then we need like a basic version of the game working. So yeah. My question now would be, how do we switch screens? That would be one thing we could do. The other thing I want to check out right now. So there actually isn't too much I can do right now. There are these clickable objects which I could try and implement. So like a sort of a tree, and if you're in the range of the tree you can click it and the journey gets sort of interrupted. So you stand still, I guess, or you slow down or whatever, and you click the tree and you get some wood. That's a thing we could do. That's a task I definitely have. Yeah, I guess that's something I could do. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I think we already have a base class for that. Clickable goodie. This one here. And it's iClickable asset. Interesting. Clickable asset input handler. Okay. There's definitely some architecture happening here already. Type of composite collider 2D. Okay. What? Yeah, it's not in the scene yet. Is this referenced anywhere? No. So I don't really understand. Ah. Okay. Why is it a composite collider 2D? Should just be a collider 2D, right? I really don't know, because a composite collider 2D also is a collider 2D, and I don't know why I would enforce composite collider 2D on that. Do I already have prefab blueprint? Clickable goodies, yes I do. And the point is that we can put multiple colliders down here, and the composite collider 2D will sort of collect these. Okay. Sort of makes sense. Still, I wouldn't require a composite collider 2D for this. It's just the way we happen to do it. So does this actually work? Like, it merges the saves of any box collider 2D or polygon collider 2D that you set it up to use. Okay. So definitely this should not be a circle collider 2D, but a box collider 2D. Makes sense because they actually define vertices and thus can be merged. We instantly get a null reference exception. Draw editors, okay, that doesn't really bother me. The question is clickable assets, post message, clickable assets, clickable, and it got clicked. So the clickable goodie just gets destroyed. Okay. So it's sort of diagonally here, right? Oh yeah, it got destroyed, okay. So that's basically working. It's cool. Just didn't update the material here, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So now basically what we want to do is we want to not do this, I guess. Yeah, all of our, like, there will be many different types of clickable goodies, right? There will be a treasure chest, there will be a tree, might be a clickable asset. Anything could be a clickable goodie, basically. A stone, right? And what we want to do is we want to definitely listen for the input. And then we want to have specific behavior based on some data, I guess. So I have some questions for myself. Clickable goodies. First question would be, what can come out? I definitely know items can come out. Can events come out? Or happenings, sorry. This would already be... I probably should, right? Like, we definitely want to be able to say, you know, you open a treasure chest and then you get a pop-up and then it says, you know, here's the story hook or whatever. Yeah. So the interesting thing there would be that this is a happening which can happen on a journey, but independently of the journey. So we need to investigate. We need to first investigate. Whether or not there are any dependencies here which could be annoying. So where's our Fireside? Here we go. Yeah. So basically what I want to see is in my happening player. Or at least that's one potential error I can think of. Did we make a dependency to the journey? Yeah, we did. This is bad. So yeah, now we need to refactor this. We cannot have a happening referencing a journey. Because happenings could happen anywhere. So we sort of need this instead. Actually, I think we don't need any other parameters, right? This is better, I think. We refactored, basically what we did is we refactored the happening graph to contain its own data. Now what we need to do is we need to just fix the interfacing. So happening triggered will now get a happening. As argument. So we actually just need to call this happening. It's better. Like so. Like so. Right, and instead of this, we need to say something like this. We need to cache the journey in here. And whenever we say model journey started, we say current journey equals... Actually, don't we have... Yeah, we are saving it here. So if we say if model current journey is not null and model current journey happening is equal to the happening which got completed, then we unsubscribe from this and we say model current journey happening active is false. So basically we do not want to, so this we then don't need, and we do not want to save like a journey. We do not want to have the dependency journey to happening. It's actually no errors anymore. I thought there would be more. That is promising. Just want to check the player movement. So on click crossing, we start journey, blah blah. Yeah, here we don't have any happenings referenced anyway. Okay, maybe this actually already works. Like, let's just see. If we can play our happenings. Get a happening, please. Nothing happens, great. That seems to work. Yeah, no, this is working. Cool. And this is working, okay. So this would be a refactor happening traverser to not reference journey. So, okay, so great. So now we should be able to say, we should be able to play happenings, or at least this is no longer an issue. Okay, is there anything else? So it's no longer question marks. This can just happen, I think. What else can come out of a clickable goodie? We can get items, which shouldn't be a problem at all. We can get happenings. Yeah, and by happenings, we're already pretty flexible. I really like Babo. I really can recommend YEd. It's it is very helpful. Like it's because the thing is, if you just try to do it all in your head, then you already like you're using some processing power of your head, right? By trying to visualize the entire system, even if it feels like I know what's going on, you're still using processing power. So sort of externalizing that to the screen is really helpful. And I love YEd for that because you can just, click, make a node, scale it, and then just enter some text and then just connect it. Okay, well, if that's the case, then I didn't say anything. Then I did not say anything at all. Is there anything else which can come out of a clickable goodie? Like, okay, I don't think, like, for now, I don't think anything else. Yeah, Dryo is good too. Whatever suits you. Yeah, I mean, I try to do it all the time. See, this is all of the different brainstormings we had for Fireside, or I had for so far. Yeah, especially since Fireside isn't like a huge project yet, yeah. And there's some like I think most of them should have been on stream too, because can see you like some of them are quite large. This is interesting because this one here we are not using anymore. This was like the asset merger logic where we tried to resolve, asset trees for procedural generation. So you generate some assets and there's overlap. So let's say you generate some bushes and you generate some trees and they overlap in procedural generation. And then what you want to do is you want to replace the sprites which overlap with the sprite which got sort of combines both of them. So you delete the two sprites which overlap and create another sprite, which is the sprite bushes with trees. And that can, the idea was sort of to have a tree which can go farther up. And if there's three of these basic sprites on a side, we can get like some rare assets in there as well. So because we're layering noise, that works, I think. Did work quite well in the end. But now we don't have procedural generation anymore, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that was this. Yeah, but you gotta do it in Unity, right? I don't think this would be like you could find a pre-made solution for this. Too specific. And there's like this. God, what the heck was this? I don't know. Entry node buffer. Yeah, but then there's also like smaller graphs like this one. Yeah, no, it's definitely, even if you don't really use it for documentation, like for example, this one I could definitely see myself going back to if you want to bring like procedural generation back at any point. We can see sort of up here what the method does. But then there are the ones which are just sort of for in the moment when I'm brainstorming to like keep my thoughts. Yeah. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, it was fun for sure. But now, like, I finished the system and then we decided, okay, we're not gonna use it anymore because game design isn't really, like, it doesn't really fit the game's design anymore. We want to be more specific, I guess, with the events that get triggered and when exactly what event gets triggered. So we decided to go to a like pre-made map. It's not even about challenges. It's just like a procedurally generated game is just a different type of game than a game which has well, a linear progression, I'd guess, or at least like some sort of fixed map, because in a procedurally generated game, it's more about the player like learning the systems, and in a game with a fixed map, it's more about the player like exploring and getting to know an environment, and then learning the narration. And yeah, I guess a procedurally generated game always has more replayability, but linear game has more like story focus. And then there's like Hades, which just managed to merge both of those elements perfectly, but we're not like I don't think we could make Hades yet. That's not, maybe in 2 or 3 games like we can try to attempt to perfectly merge those two, but yeah. I don't know, did you play Hades? Oh, you should definitely play it, man. It's really good. Yeah, for sure. Like, just the music is insanely good, but there's so much more. Like, I didn't even I put like 40 hours I think into the game, and I haven't seen the credits yet, which is actually insane because, well, it's still a small indie team, right? It's not like they've got a huge team. And I'm just completely blanking on this very well-known studio's name, and I'm quite embarrassed, but sure, yeah. I get what you mean, man. I'm I'm happy to get, a round or two of Counter-Strike in these days. Developing games takes more time than playing them. Well, yeah, definitely it does, but uh, playing games also takes way too much time. It's like, except for like, not no hate on Hades. That game was perfect, but too many games are too long. But yeah, so so yeah, clickable goodies. That's what we were doing. Mm-hmm. Did you play The Outer Wilds? That no, the Outer Worlds. Sorry, not The Outer Wilds. The Outer Wilds should also is supposed to be really good, but Outer Worlds is what I meant. It's like sort of Borderlands-ish. That game, it wasn't a perfect game. Like I definitely had my issues, but like the length I thought of that game, I actually streamed it. I think the length of that game was perfect in my opinion. Like in the end, I felt like it could have gone on for maybe 1 or 2 more levels, but it was like, yeah, no, it was fine. We sort of, oh, sorry. I finished it and it was nice. I think it took me like 16 or 18 hours. Like, yeah. And you compare it with like The Witcher, where I played like 50 hours, and that puts me on the low end of playing time. I don't know. I'd for sure say that The Witcher is a better game. Like objectively, like the writing is better, the combat system is sort of equalish, but like just the world is better, more full. But yeah, exactly. Witcher is an amazing game, but ain't nobody got time for this. That's exactly the point. And then you just walk through this huge world and you feel like you're missing everything because, well, you also want to follow the main quest, but at the same time, yeah, it's sort of this FOMO feeling you have when playing these big AAA games. Okay, so, but enough ranting. It's time for clickable goodies. Clickable goodies. So we can click it, and we call these two methods here: before message and after message. And the message is just, I guess, a message to all components or all elements in the game. Hey, here a clickable goodie was clicked. So I guess we need a clickable goodie data. So the question is, like, what data do we want to reference? Like, do we want to say we have a graph safe container? And we also want maybe an item we can get. Yeah, that's basically the two things which could be in a clickable goodie. All right. yeah. This is something we also need because we definitely don't want everything to just require one click to, you know, open up. So, yeah. Right. So basically what we want to do is we want to say when we click it, we increment this counter. Then the question is, do we open the clickable goodie before or after we broadcast the message? I think after, because if a happening happens, we may want to have other systems jump in before that happens. Yeah, this is actually a bit tricky because I get a feeling I should do another wide graph. But the thing is, if a clickable goodie, you know, can trigger any system, but a happening can happen, which is sort of a big chunky system, we definitely need to pause the rest of the game if a happening happens by when a clickable goodie gets opened. The other possibility would be to have all of the other systems trigger before the happening and then execute the happening, but this doesn't wait. Like, okay, all of the methods get called by after post message, yes, but it's in one frame. So if we have any animation happening there and we trigger the actual happening on this event here, or on this message, then we still might get some overlap. So in that case, what we would need is some sort of validation, I guess, that puts methods or something on a stack, some animations which can happen here, and then only after all of that finishes posts this message. So this would be need to be a coroutine, and it would get really complicated. Why is it Mexican, Paul? Hi, Ilona. Because I said ay. Okay, I understand. I understand. I'm not gonna do a Mexican accent though, because I'm it's terrible, I think. I wouldn't even know how to. I think I'm gonna keep it simple, keep it stupid for now. I'm just going to trigger everything in onClick before message. And if we notice any issues, we can still add some sort of validator here. So to do may need validator if we implement any shenanigans as a result of clickable object opening. Yeah, but for now, clickable goodie is just gonna increment times clicked and say if data times click, if times clicked more than or equal data number of clicks till trigger, we then say open. And what open should do is basically just, I guess this shouldn't be destroy particles, but open particles. And really these shouldn't be in here, these should be in data. So we won't do anything with that for now. So we want to say if data number of clicks till trigger, no, if data happening graph is not null, then we say yeah, what do we say then? And else, so the other else if would be data item, or actually if data item is not null, we want to spawn an item, right? We don't want, well, this is also hard to say. So many game design questions. See you Monday, Ilona. Will you bring some of the strawberry cake, or is that for your mom? For tomorrow. If it's, naja. No pressure, no pressure. No strawberry cake required on Monday. But definitely appreciated, shall I say. Okay. I can understand that. That's nice. I need to get my mom something nice too for tomorrow. Okay, if data item is not null, then we want to, what do we want to do? Do we want to spawn an item in the world which the player can then collect, or do we want to just add it to the player's inventory? And there's a UI also. Oh my god, there's so much stuff on the system also. But yeah, let's just say for now. Yeah, let's just say for now we just added to the inventory. So model current player inventory triad item data item. And also we probably want to say messaging want to tell everyone that the player got an item from our clickable goodie. Our message hub. And queue a new message. Receive item from clickable goodie. This item. Actually, I want to pass the item instance, so I'm gonna say, gonna create the item instance first by saying what was this? Item manager? Item manager, create item instance, data item. This here, and then we're gonna try the item instance instead, because this way, if we can't add it, then we've still got the item instance, and we can drop it on the ground or whatever. So to do is figure out what to do with the item instance. Figure out what to do with item instance if player inventory is full. And let's make a ticket for that. Item was passiert mit clickable goodie Item, wenn das Inventar voll war. Was passiert, wenn two important game design questions added to our list of open tasks. But yeah, we try to add the item instance, which would be item instance. And if we manage to do that, only then do we enqueue our message. Yeah, that should be it, right? No, not really anything else to do here. Okay, so create a clickable goodie data and save them in here. So this would be, I don't know, tree 1. And we assign an item which should be wood. We don't have wood yet, so let's make that. Oops. Create item, trade item, wood, icon, select wood, trunk, great. Bet that's a perfect item. Doesn't have a prefab, that's fine. Yeah, and we can assign wood to our clickable goodies. Where did I put that? Oh, in prefabs? That's not good. Actually, is it though? I don't think it is. Oh, wait. Ah, that was the... that was the wrong one. Yeah, this needs to go in assets. So tree 1 got assigned here. Assign wood to tree 1. Cool. One click till trigger. And then we definitely also want to, no matter what happens, we want to say this has been opened. So save that here. Yeah. Yeah, we got a trunk. Great. And now we don't get any additional trunks. Cool. Very nice. So one nice idea which I would have is we could say a bool trigger on every click. What was this? Ah, what was this stupid Unity info box called? Tooltip. Okay, so in this case, we say if data trigger on every click is false, and this, else if data trigger on every click and times clicked is less than or equal to. So wait, so I increment, so it's 1, so it gets triggered once, so it's equal, yeah. Times click less than data max clicks. We say, I guess mine, I don't know. And I don't think we should. How well? Yeah, no, I think happenings can happen here too. We can do this. No. Okay. So basically we want to do the same thing, right? Yeah. We want to do the same thing. Is this actually... Okay. So good. So we have this. We can get some wood. So now if we say tree 1 is trigger on every click and we have max clicks 3, then We should be able to click it 3 times and get wood 3 times. Amazing. Works perfectly. Nothing happens. Cool. Yeah, that's great. So I guess we can... No, that's good. So what I wanted to say now is I wanted to... First, I thought to myself, okay, let's implement some feedback with this. Then I remembered, okay, this is a terrible way of architecting messages, but at the same time, you can't really do it any other way because you don't get... Well, you could do it with like actions, I guess, but then you have to create the action every time in the central script, blah, blah, blah. Actually, like how often are we using this? 4 times. And message hub is message hub dot start listening being used. Yeah, it is in the rest button controller. Okay, that's not too relevant. Yeah, let's just get rid of this stuff, to be honest. Like, I mean, let me go to the bathroom for 1 second. And I will think about it, and then when I come back, we will make a decision whether to keep the message hub for now or not. What is this? Subscribe quest event manager. Oi vey, okay, there's stuff happening here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I've decided that we will get rid of this. So instead of saying start listening e-message name here, we will say not message hub in queue. But we will just say, actually, like, can't I do lambda expressions with this? Actually, this would be better, yeah? I can. Awesome. Sorry. Sneezing. Oh, hi, Ellie. Thanks. Thanks, Babo, too. I didn't see you there. Okay. Okay, so do we have Message Hub anywhere else? No, we don't. Seems so. Lowercase Message Hub? Also not. Okay, great. So okay. So this refactoring is complete. Let's just see if we destroyed anything, but I think shouldn't really happen. Like in here there should definitely be no issues. Got a wood, got 3 woods, not getting any more woods, we could walk. We can get some events, that's awesome. Yeah, so this works. The the important question is, does the other scene still work? The campsite. But this was a bug we also already had earlier. Okay, now I think it's still everything the same. Actually, no, one more thing. Okay. So we removed the message hub. Didn't really need it anyway. could just gotta write CP about this. And yeah, we've got half an hour left. I am not sure what we should do. I mean, we implemented the clickable goodies pretty much. Oh yeah, that's how we got on this tangent. Anyway, we wanted to listen for feedback, like listen for the event on the clickable goodie, and then play some particle system or whatever. Just to make sure this is working still. Great. Just to make sure we can trade still. Cool. We can play this again. Very cool. You give me all of your items. Thank you. And this is the the fairness of a trade is always doesn't really matter right now. We can trade everything. We can also give all of our items as a present to the NPC. Here you go. So now they have all of our items. Cool. Wow. Give me all of the items again. Hey, it's so cool that this is working. Trading. And it will be especially cool once we actually have the logic in here that actually makes, like, lets NPCs accept and decline the trade. Well, it's still very debuggish, obviously, but yeah, it's getting somewhere. We have some systems already in place. So the only question is then how do we do this? How do we trigger some feedback? When our clickable goodie gets clicked. It's not so easy because I'm also, to be honest, not sure anymore right now if this is actually the way we want to do it in this case with this data, or if in the case of this clickable goodie it's actually enough to have a component. Because do we want to be able to reference these clickable goodies anywhere outside of the default Unity sort of environment? So the question we have to ask ourselves is, like, where would clickable goodies pop up? And I think the only place where they can pop up is actually map generation, or not map generation, but sort of distribution, like a distribution algorithm which runs every time we load the new map or the level again. So for sure they can be sort of referenced in the, like, from a distribution algorithm. Can they be referenced anywhere else is the question. So I guess we could have happenings which depend on the presence of a clickable goodie, like not actually clicking the clickable goodie, but sort of the player's proximity to a clickable goodie. That could be a thing. And this would then, this would necessitate to have an identifier scriptable object like this one here. The question is, will we really have that? I don't know, but since I don't know, I'm gonna keep it. So we managed to sort of think of one, like, at least semi-likely case where we might need to reference a clickable goodie from within the happening editor. Yeah. Okay. Is there any other ideas? Any other systems which might need to know about clickable goodies? This can be quite complex, so a lot of it is, but like the input and output is pretty simple. You just, input is the entire model, and output is just some distribution of clickable goodies at either some predefined spawn points or just world coordinates. I think more likely predefined spawn points or spawn areas. Yeah. Yeah, I thought of another thing, like needs and time system. That's actually two different systems. The time system might need to know about it because different clickable goodies might take like different amount of time to harvest. So we might, although this could probably be a field in the clickable goodie. But yeah, this is still like, this is still the main reason why we won't. I should keep it like this. What else did we say? We said the time system and something else. Shit, I forgot. The time system is referencing clickable goodies. Oof. Can go to the Twitch VOD. You weren't paying attention, chat, right? Were you? What did I have next to time system like 2 seconds ago? So oh, Wait, I'll make a clip. You can go back. You can just tell me. You don't need to make a clip. Yeah. Anyway, we've got 2 clickable goodies. Oh, only if you make a clip. Okay, I get it. It can't be that important anyway. He said, and then everything went downhill from there. Okay, but the thing is, now that we have, because we have this sort of setup here, we need to, how do we put different data in here? Like, not different data, but different particle effects and such. Yeah, that's the thing we were trying to discuss why. And I was thinking about which systems might need to reference clickable goodies, and I said, okay, the distribution algorithm definitely has to. The happenings may be triggered by proximity to clickable goodies. The time system has to reference clickable goodies, and there was one more thing. I'm just completely blanking on right now. Okay, never mind. It is lost. My I'm gonna have to look in the VOD and find out what the heck I was talking about. See, that's if you've been streaming and developing for like 3.5 hours already, then concentration isn't there where it was at the beginning. So I guess we can just say, for the feedback, we can just say, I mean, I had that earlier, but can just say like this, and then say I think we do want to have this. This is the time system. This we already have in here. Time system. And I had something like time system, comma, something else. I can't remember. Needs. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. Babu to the rescue. See, that's why I'm developing with Twitch chat. Needs. Because a clickable goodie might be dependent on, like, if you can click something, might be dependent on a need. Or soul energy. But I guess that could also be, is the same as here. As here. Should also be a field in the clickable goodie, I guess. So yeah, doesn't really make a difference. Wasn't that important after all. Okay. Um. So yeah. Exactly. If it's gone, it will, and important, it will pop up again. That's exactly the point. Okay, so now we're playing these particles, great. And now if we say we want to have a tree, then we can just, I guess, make a prefab variant. And say here the sprite is a tree. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Congrats. Wait, like how exactly? Just remove this, yeah? Like so, sort of. Created this tree, and now if we just quickly get rid of this blueprint here and instead add a tree. Oh, it's way too big. Sprite skin is completely escalating, but okay. Okay, yeah, I think this is a fine workflow. I mean, we create this tree and then we have the clickable goodie, and that's great. Like, cool. I really don't think we can do anything else today. We've been kind of idling for the last half an hour anyway, and I think I will just use the remaining time to upload the video to YouTube and finish the Emergo Entertainment YouTube channel, or finish the setup for that, because Linus has been so nice as to provide some nice graphics. So yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week with another dev stream. And yeah, we did get a lot done today. We tested the happening system, fixed a couple of bugs there, and then we implemented clickable goodies. And yes, Babo, it will always be Saturdays at 2 p.m. now, our stream. That is a new thing now, because the Thursday mornings aren't working for me anymore. Yeah, definitely better than Thursday mornings for me, because it's quieter around here. Yeah, that is true. I will do that right now. Let me I didn't really understand that you were saying that, but nobody's noticing. Okay, thank you for watching, guys and girls, and see you next week. Say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube, and see ya.